We've just finished up 5 epic days in the beautiful tropical Togean Islands in Sulawesi, and in this vlog we're going to go through everything that you're going to want to do if you're planning a trip here.
Stick around to the end and we're going to answer your most asked questions, like how to get here, where you can stay and things like that.
But for now, let's get showing you the awesome things that you can do here, because it really is an absolute hidden quiet paradise.
Today, as part of our Togean adventures, we've decided to try and hit up as many snorkel spots as we can. I don't know how many we've got for today, but we're going to try and find the best one because these islands are absolutely incredible, and let's go jump in and find out what's down there.
Yeah, Cassie.
And we're going. We have made it back to Palau Island Resort, and wow, that snorkeling today was incredible.
It was packed with coral,
like everywhere.
So many fish, yeah. And that third spot with all, what do you describe them as? Like
I would say they're like, you're probably going to correct us guys, but it was like underwater coral leaves.
Yeah, that's a really good description.
That's the best way I can
Massive ones as well, and swimming through the bridge.
Yeah, it was
unreal.
Like, I've never seen anything like that before. That was really amazing. So if you are planning to get a snorkeling trip in the Togean Islands, we do recommend getting one. We'll try and find out the names of all of them and pop them in the description so that you can at least say where you want to go, but that was just part of the trip.
And also, if you're planning on diving, that's a really good indicator that the diving would be awesome as well.
Absolutely. We're also going to check out other tours that you can do here, and we'll take you with us.
But for now, we're just gonna
wow.
good, right?
He got like a water in my mouth.
Caught you properly off guard then, didn't I?
I really did. I didn't expect that.
Do you know when I planned it?
When?
At the very start.
How rude. Okay, well, we'll come back to you with some more trips and more ideas that you can do here in the Togean Islands.
Our next stop is Serra Beach, and the water here is ridiculous. It really is insane. So blue, so clear. I think we stop here for lunch, so we'll grab a bite to eat, and then we're gonna have to go swimming around here because this looks crazy. Take it in.
It's what? 5 plus 9x.
Enjoying your island life lunch?
I needed that after snorkeling.
Yeah, I was really hungry after the snorkeling. We have egg with some sort of sauce on it, and some beans and some rice.
Straightforward.
Straightforward.
No messing around. Don't want to scare you, little stingray. I've followed him enough, I don't want to scare him, but I think it's a little baby stingray.
We have just made it to Karina Beach. This is one of the beaches you can visit here in Togean Islands, and wow, literally, I have no words. This place is literally just wow. When we were in the boat going past and kind of towards it, we were just hoping and praying that we were coming here because it's honestly absolutely beautiful here.
Right next to Karina Beach, and we weren't actually going to come here today because we thought it was way further away, but once we flew the drone up, you can literally see the lake next to the beach. So this is the jellyfish lake. We weren't going to come here because you can't actually swim here at the minute. There was a sign that said it was due to the decline in population of the jellyfish, so they're doing some investigation, I guess, in the start of the off season, because that's sort of like the time we're here now. It's currently, is it October? November. It's currently November, but since it's so close, we figured we might as well stop and see if we can see a few. This place looks exactly the same as the place that we went to in Banggai Island, which is really weird. Like even the sort of pontoon thing, but so far we'll see if you can properly see them. The jellyfish look different, so I don't know for sure that these wouldn't sting if we swam with them.
Wow. It is super beautiful here by the lake, and wow. I do have to give it to the government. Actual hats off to them for stopping tourism because of the jellyfish issue and there being less and then breeding less for some reason, and working out what the reason could be. It could be due to climate change, so I do have to hand it to them. That's actually a very good move and I'm very proud of you for that, because you know, this is what matters, the preservation of amazing unique creatures like this, and it's amazing that you get to enjoy it, but it's just as amazing that you get to see it too.
You can also live the island life of your dreams in the Togean Islands. And if you haven't seen our video on spending 24 hours on a private island, then here's a little look at what that can be like.
It's a lot of snorkeling, relaxing, slow coffee mornings, eating delicious food, with a little bit of chaos thrown in.
I don't really know how to do this.
So much for the relaxing island day, right? And a cute island puppy is always a winner. Oh yeah!
Who is the cutest little island dog? It's Sambo!
Even when he's being a menace. He's still super cute though. Then it's time for a coconut. Which is best enjoyed on a beautiful pier with an incredible view.
This is the perfect way to spend the afternoon, especially now that the sun has come out.
Perfect island day, I think.
Yeah.
Even though it was rainy and a little bit stormy this morning,
Yeah, but
this afternoon,
kind of liked it. It's still a bit of a vibe.
it gave us the opportunity to have a slow morning, read, just be in the hammock, and yeah, it was really nice. Can't really fault island life, can you?
No,
It's
this
unbelievable.
is so much fun.
Before having some fun, jumping into the water and swimming. How was that?
Yeah, nailed it.
And ending things with an incredible sunset.
It is our last morning on the island, and one final thing that you can definitely do on a really clear morning is watch the sunrise.
And now we'll go through some frequently asked questions.
So how do you actually get to these epic islands?
So there's a couple of options. We went from Ampana, and you can get a 5-hour public ferry, or you can get one that's maybe like 3 or 4 hours, the Wamburabura, which is the one that we got.
That's definitely how you say it.
Wamburabura, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And that's the one that we got because the speedboat got cancelled. And finally, the speedboat is also another really good option. And the speedboat takes about 1.5 hours. Prices can vary too. I'm not sure how much the public ferry is, but the Wamburabura was
110,000 per person.
per person, yeah. And the speedboat is meant to be about 160,000 per person.
Yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
We'll let you know because we're getting that today when we go back. Another way you can get here is from Gorontalo, and I think the only accessible way from there is to get the public ferry. We'll add some more information in the description down below about how you can catch that.
And what's the best time of year to visit the Togean Islands? Google will tell you that it's June to August.
Yeah.
That's the high season.
And the best weather, probably.
And it does have the best weather.
Yeah.
We're currently here in mid to late November.
And
as you can see, it's pretty clear. Throughout this vlog, we've obviously mentioned the rain. I've shown you Danielle sitting in the hammock, reading a book, and it's not been that bad at all. It's not hindered our plans.
True, it's only really rained a little bit in the morning or a little bit at night, and the days have been beautiful.
Yeah, days have been beautiful. Even with clear blue skies like this, it's really weird because you can sometimes hear thunderstorms in the background. But there's quite large storms at night, lots of rain, but in a room where you don't have any aircon or a fan, it's nice to get that wind and circulation through, so that's not too bad either.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've been able to go on our trips, and
nothing's had
it rained once, but we were snorkeling, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually been really good. It's quieter this time of year as well.
Yeah.
Places are cheaper. So there's some real positives for visiting outside of the peak seasons.
Yeah, it's very high risk, high reward, because you don't know what the weather will be like.
No, it could be pretty brutal.
Yeah, but it could be beautiful like this.
Just like this.
So. The next question is where to stay and how long to stay here for. So there's a couple of different options, and it depends on your interests as well. We opted for Bololanga Resort, and it's so beautiful. It really is so stunning here, and we have a beautiful pier.
We spent a lot of time on this pier.
We spent a lot of time on this pier, and the price for Bololanga, we got the superior double room, and it was £25 per person per night, which is 500,000 rupiah per person per night.
All your food's included as well.
Yeah.
And we paid extra to rent things like flippers because we already have our own
snorkels.
The tours, it was $1 million
per boat
for the boat for the day.
Yeah.
So we went out with 6 of us, so that helps spread the cost out. If you can buddy up with a few other people here, everyone eats together at night.
Yeah, it's really
so
nice.
You get to meet other people, and we've had a really amazing stay here.
Yeah, a couple of other options I would say is Poki Poki is a really popular one that if you've looked into Togean Islands, you've probably seen that one. That did look beautiful, but they didn't have availability for us. There's another one called The Cliff near Sarah Beach, and there's quite a few different options. I think a dive resort as well, so depends on your interest.
If you want to come and do lots of diving, we'd recommend a dive resort.
Yeah. And for how long we would recommend staying, we did 5 days, and I feel like that is perfect, although I'd say like 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done 6, would have definitely felt too much.
Yeah.
4 would have probably felt perfect. Given that we didn't have the perfect weather all day every day,
it was actually worked out
yeah,
really
it gave
well.
us a little bit more time to fit the other touring that we wanted to do.
Yeah. There is a handful of amazing things you can do here, but the Togean really is here for relaxing and just switching off, because you're literally in paradise.
So what else is there to do here besides plenty of snorkeling?
And we did a lot of snorkeling. You can also maybe do a little bit of a beach hop trip. There's a handful of really beautiful beaches here. I mean, probably more than a handful.
We saw 2 of them, but you could definitely ask them to just take you to a few beaches nearby.
If you're really into diving or want to learn to dive, there are plenty of dive resorts here that you can go to, stay at, and learn or just dive, because that would be amazing. Unfortunately, the guy that we did message for diving didn't reply to us, so
we didn't end up fitting that into our trip.
We didn't end up diving, which is sad.
But there's supposed to be a couple of really cool spots. One I think includes a World War II shipwreck.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
We'll have to come back.
Yeah. You can also go to the Kabalutan village, which is the Bajau village. If you've seen our Bangai vlogs, you'll see that we have already been to a Bajau village in Bangai, and that was honestly an incredible experience. We did want to do it here, but it's maybe about 3 hours there, 3 hours
each
back.
way on the boat, so it seemed a bit of a stretch to make it. It's on the other side of the main island here.
I think you would need a speedboat to get there.
Yeah, but if you are here and you want to do that, we'd highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's incredible seeing how these people live and just hanging out with them. They're always so excited to see people.
They really are.
And you'll feel like a local celebrity, take lots of pictures.
And the kids are so
cute.
Another thing you can do here is go to Una Una Island, and there you can do a volcano hike. I'm not 100% sure how long it is. That does look like a really cool hike that you can do here.
It does look really cool. It looks very
sulfury,
smoky and sulfury at the top. Like, I feel like you should bring some kind of a mask with you.
Yeah.
But it does look cool. Again, we weren't really able to fit it into this trip. But yeah, that's another thing that you can do here as well. And finally, a few more top tips of things that we wish that we knew before we came to the Togean Islands. If you do want to dive or visit the Bajau village or anything like that, we would recommend organising that with someone before, so that when you're here,
you can
like us, you don't get stitched up and you try and contact someone, I guess kind of last minute, but then they don't get back to you and then you can't do it.
Yeah, so and you might miss out on that experience.
Exactly, so you can arrange it with the people that you stay with to arrange a boat to go to these places, or arrange it with a dive school.
Yeah.
And if you've been following our Sulawesi adventures, like we've said, you'll know that we also went to the Bangai Islands. How many days did we spend in Bangai?
5?
5 days in Bangai,
I would have
5
spent
days
2 weeks
here.
there.
Yeah, I would say Bangai was more action packed.
Yeah, there's a lot to see and do.
There was so many activities.
Yeah.
There's significantly less things that you would do here. This is way more Sleepy Island vibes.
Yeah.
So if you are someone who likes to go and do and see a lot, spend more time in the Bangai Islands, and then come and rest and relax after you've gone full throttle over there.
Yeah.
Our GoPro just turned off because we were sat in the sun and it got too hot, so now we've come into the little shack at the end of the pier. But we're going to continue on with a few more top tips, starting with the food that you can expect here. So you're on an island, you're surrounded by the ocean.
What do you expect?
It's fish, it's seafood. That's majority of the food that you get here.
Yeah.
Breakfast has been actually surprisingly really good. Usually we can eat rice and fish and things like that. Lunch and dinner, no problem. Breakfast, always like to have something a bit more familiar. First thing early in the morning. And here it's been like pancakes and fruit and stuff like that.
It's been really nice.
That's been awesome. But yeah, rest of the time it's fish, a little bit of chicken and
lots of veggies,
vegetables, eggs. But ultimately they're really nice, friendly people, so I'm sure wherever you're staying, whether it's here or somewhere else, if you just let them know if there's something you don't like, or even if you've got any allergies, I am confident to say that they're more than happy to cater for that as well.
And finally, another thing that I think most islands have as a way of life is electricity from certain hours. So here it's 5:30 till 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And so all the lights and everything will come on at night, and you can charge anything up that you want to charge up. But during the day,
Everything's off.
most of the day they don't have.
Yeah, they unplug the island. That's what it's like, effectively.
It's not a bad life to live, really, because it forces you to just really reflect and just be here, because it's absolutely beautiful.
100%. There's also a lot of places that won't get phone signal. Our eSIMs connect to whatever is the most popular local provider in the whatever area we're in, and it's connected to Telkomsel. We've got some friends traveling with Indonesian Telkomsel SIM
card,
and that works here. I think that's quite a new thing that does work here.
Yeah.
Someone else that we've met has a three SIM card that doesn't work, so it is just Telkomsel that works here. But ultimately,
it's very hit and miss as well.
It is, yeah. It's very hit and miss, and even when the electricity is not on, that still can work.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's the perfect opportunity to just come and switch your phone off anyway.
It really is.
Because it's just such an amazing place. You really just want to come here and just switch off and enjoy it all.
We've given all the information we can give you, and let us know if you have any other questions down below. But until then, thank you so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed our adventures in the Togean Islands.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.